Hello dear students, welcome to my channel Maths in Minutes with Priya. Today's video is about factorization of numbers part 2. In part 1 of this video, we learned the basic concept and we factorized few small numbers. In my all videos, I have been asking you to by heart the tables, so I hope you have already started by hearting it. In today's video, those tables are going to be very important, and also dividing a number orally is very important for factorizing numbers fast. See, though you may be in school or you may be appearing for competitive exams, you spend lot of time in rough work. If you are able to reduce that rough work using minimum pen and paper, you will save lot of your time. So for factorization or for any other chapter for that matter, division and multiplication using least pen and paper is very important. So first we are going to solve 3 to 4 examples by using least pen and paper and by dividing big numbers by small numbers, because we are going to need it for speedy factorization. So first let us try that. If I ask you to divide 5695 by 5, generally what is your procedure? You do it this way. And then what you do? 5 ones are 5. Then you subtract it. Then you take 6. Then again 5 ones are 5. Then you subtract it 1. Then you take this 9. 5 threes are 15. Then you subtract, take 4. Then this 5. And then 5 nines are 45. Remainder is 0. So that's how you perform your division. But what I suggest is, instead of doing all this on paper, why don't you try to do it in your mind itself? See how we can do it. Now this is 5695 divided by 5. First it's going to be 5 ones are 5. Then again 6, so again 5 ones are 5. 1 will be remainder, over which you will get 9. So it will be 19. So 5 threes are 15. From 19 you will subtract 15. So remainder is 4, and then 5 nines are 45. See, in few seconds I arrived at my answer. Now where these numbers, and was this division too difficult for you to solve? We are just dividing by 5, and this number is also not very big. It is very small number. So by doing it orally, I saved at least a minute, isn't it? So what I suggest you is, you only take few big numbers and few small numbers and start practicing oral division. Let's do it one more time. Suppose I take this example, say 738 divided by 9. How to do it orally? See, first it will be 73, so 9 8s are 72. 1 will be remainder, over which there will be 8, so 9 2s are 18. See how fast it was. Number 3. Say, try and see, I'm randomly choosing the numbers. Here I am dividing by 13, and as I asked you, table of 13, you must have already by hearted, so let us use it. First 92, 13 sevens are 91, 1 is remainder, over which 0 will come, so it's not divisible. Then so put a 0, then there will be 2, so it's 102, 13 sevens are 91, so 11 will be remainder, over which 7, so 117, so 13 nines are 117. We did it orally because we knew the table of 13. We can also follow this procedure. See, I don't have any problem if you want to do this in rough. If you are more comfortable doing it in your rough and then copying it in your fair, I don't have any problem. I'm just asking you to do it orally to save your time. but you should also get the answer right. By doing it orally, if you think you are not comfortable and you may make a mistake, you better do the rough work, not a problem. But my advice would be to avoid this. So start practicing. Take any number here, and start practicing the division orally. Now let's begin factorization. I'm going to start with number, say, 875. In my last video, I asked you to find big factors. See, here units place is 5, so this number is definitely divisible by 5. You can start with 5 into something, not a problem. But if you start with a bigger factor, it's going to help you to increase your speed. Now I'm going to give you one more divisibility test today. See, when we did first 3 videos of divisibility, I promised you that when we do factorization, I'm going to give you more divisibility test. So let us consider that divisibility test. That is the test of 25. Test of 25 is very easy. If a number formed by last 2 digits is 00 or 25 or 50 or 75, then the number is divisible by 25. That is the divisibility test. If a number found by last 2 digits is either 00 or 25 or 50 or 75, then the number is divisible by 25. Look at our number 875. What are last 2 digits? Number formed by last 2 digits is 75. See, it is from our list. That means this is divisible by 25. This whole number is divisible by 25. So instead of dividing it by 5, we can directly divide it by 25. So this was 25 into, now I am going to divide it orally. 25 3s are 75. 12 will be remainder, over which 5. 25 5s are 125. So my factors are ready, 25 into 35. But what is the rule? We have to factorize till we get prime numbers. Are these prime numbers? No. 25 can be further factorized as 5 into 5, and 35 can be further factorized as 5 into 7. So this is 5 cube into 7. Within few seconds we factorized it. You could have started with 5, no problem. If your school requires you to start with smaller numbers, you must do that. But if you are giving competitive test, nobody is going to look at these steps. What matters is this. So with this divisibility criteria, you can directly divide it by 25. If you do it orally, again you will save your time. If you are not comfortable doing it orally, in your rough work, do it 875 divided by 25 and you will get 35. So just put it here and then again factorize, and it will be 5 cube into 7. Let's try this divisibility criteria one more time. Suppose now the number is 6150. See the last 2 digits, they are 50. What was our list? Do you remember our list? Our list was this. Last 2 digits should be 00, 25, 50 or 75. So here you can see this 50, that means this number is divisible by 25. Now if I divide it by 25, I asked you to do it orally. 25 2s are 50, 11 will remain, then 5, then 25 4s are 100, then it will be 15, and 25 6 are 150. So it will be 25 into 246. Now when I look at this number 246, see 6 4s are 24 and 6 1s are 6. So this is divisible by 6. So 6 4s are 24 and 6 1s are 6. This is a prime number, not further divisible. But what is 25? It is 5 into 5. What is 6? It is 3 into 2, and 41 will be as it is. So your factors are ready. 6150 is this. So start with big factors. Here you could have started with 5 also, 10 also, but you could have directly started. If you directly started with 25, that will save your time. That brings us to another divisibility test for 50. If last two digits form a number 00 or 50, then the number is divisible by 50. So here we could have applied divisibility test of 50 also. So 6150. I have directly factorized it and I am showing it to you to save some time, and we can cover maximum number of example. So if I divide 6150 by 50 orally, I get 123. Now this number 3 plus 2 plus 5 plus 1 is 6, divisible by 3. So 50 I have factorized into prime numbers. 5 into 5 into 2, 123 as 3 into 41. So now all numbers are prime and your list is ready. Now let's try one more number. Say 1020. Okay, if you have not watched factorization part 1, I will advise you to watch, because otherwise you won't understand what's going on here. Why I am going to prime numbers, what am I actually doing here. You won't understand it unless you watch factorization part 1. So please watch it before watching factorization part 2. So let's now factorize 1020. As I asked you, find big factors. Don't start with 2. Find big factors. 0 at the end, that means it is divisible by 10. Okay, so it is 10 into 102. What is this? This is 10 into 102. But what is 10 in prime numbers? 5 into 2. Now when I look at 102, since I know the tables, I immediately come to know it is 17 6 102. So see, by hearting table is so important. Again 17 is prime, so we have 3 prime numbers. But what is 6? 6 is 3 into 2. So we have our factors. This is 2 times, so 2 square into 3 into 5 into 17. Within few seconds we had our factors. Now I will advise you to avoid all these steps also. If you get 1020, try to do it orally. What is 1020? It is 102 into 10. 10 is 2 into 5. Write it down. Then remains 102. 102 is 17 6 za. 17 is prime. So write it down. 17 6 za. 6 is 2 into 3. So write it down. In one line your factors are ready. This is 2 square into 3 into 5 into 17. Try to avoid maximum number of steps to save time, but again I am asking you same thing, that if you are not comfortable doing it orally, you can do your rough work and get the answer right. Getting answer right is also very important. That brings us to another divisibility test of 20. Number formed by last two digits, if it is from the list 00, 20, 40, 60 or 80, then it is divisible by 20. If you see these numbers, they are from table of 20. 21s are, 22s are, 23s are, 24s are. So by hearting them is very easy. Remembering them, memorizing them for table of for a divisibility test of 20 is very easy. Now again I am taking same example 1020, which we just tried. If I copy it here, last two digits are 20. So instead of First, dividing it by 10, I'll directly divide it by 20 because I want to find big numbers. It is 20 multiplied by 51. I did it orally. I got 20 multiplied by 51. Now 20, I want prime factors. 20 is 4 5s and 4 is 2 2s. So I wrote here 2 into 2 into 5. So I got my prime factors of 20. Now 51. 17 3s are 51. But if you forgot table of 17, what you can do is 5 plus 1 is 6. So this is divisible by 3. When I divide it by 3, I get number 17. So my factors are ready. 2 square into 3 into 5 into 17. Let's try one more number. 3264. Now as I asked you to find big factors, we can start with 2 also since it's even number, but we are going to start with big factor. Look at this number. When you by heart the tables, you will immediately recollect 16 2s are 32, then 0 and then 16 4s are 64. Look at these numbers. So I'm going to start with 16. This is 16 into, as I asked you, try to divide orally. 16 2s are 32, then it will be 6, 0 6. So I need to put a 0 and then 4, so 64. So 16 4s are 64. Now I need to factorize both of them further. This I know it's 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. So it's not difficult. But 204, how will I factorize it further? When I look at this last 2 digits, it's 0, 4. Apply divisibility criteria of 4. So that means this number is divisible by 4. When I divide it by 4, what will I get? 4 5s are 20 and 4 1s are 4. So this is going to be 16. Then this is 4. And 4 5s are 20 and 4 1s are 4. So it's going to be 4 into 51. What is 16? 16 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. 4 is 2 into 2 and 51 is 17 3s. So my prime factors are ready. How many times 2? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is 2 raised to 6 into 3 into 17. Within few seconds, my factors are ready. Let's take one more number. 5168. I have given here ready factors, but I'll explain it to you. When I look at this number, it is even, so I can start with number 2 into something, but I'm not going to do that because since I know the tables, I immediately recollect 17 3s are and then 0 and then 17 4s are 68. So I'm directly going to divide it by 17. It's going to be 17 into 304. If you are not able to do it orally, in your rough work you can perform this division and then copy the factor here. Now 17 is a prime number, but 304, when I see at this last 2 digits is 0, 4, so definitely divisible by 4. So when I divide it by 4, what do I get? 4 7s are 28 and then 2, so 4 6s are 24. So 4 into 76, again 76 is further divisible. 4 is also further divisible. So what I am going to do? 17 copy as it is. 4 is 2 into 2. Now again, since I know the tables, what is 76? It is 19 4s. So instead of 76, I am going to write 19 and 4s, I am going to write 4 as 2 into 2. So within few seconds again, my factors are ready. Now let's try a big number. 1,79,982. When I look at this number, nothing strikes me immediately. No tables. I'm not able to understand which factor I need to choose. So what can I do here? I'll try if it is divisible by 9, divisible by 11. I'm not going to start with 2. 2 is very basic. So for 9 it's very easy. What do we require for 9? We have to just take sum of these digits. 2 plus 8, 10, 10 plus 9, 19, 19 plus 9, 28, 28 plus 7, 35, and 35 plus 1 is 36. That means this number is divisible by 9. So I'm directly going to start with 9. 9 into something. And what is that something? I'm going to do it orally. You also start doing it with me and then you can check here if you are getting same answer. Okay, now my product is ready. It's going to be 9 into 19,998. Again, by looking at this number, I'm not able to understand what is the factor. But if I take the sum, see here it is again 8 plus 1, 9, 9, 9, 9. So that means this is divisible by 9. Their sum is 36. It is divisible by 9. So I'm going to copy this 9. When I divide this by 9 orally, again you do it with me. Let's see who is faster. I'm sure you will be faster after practicing a lot. Okay, so my division is ready. It's going to be 9 into 9 into this number. Now look at this number. This is definitely divisible by 22. If I divide it by 22 directly, what I'll get? 22 ones are and then 0 and then 22 ones are. Now 101 is a prime number, but these three are not prime. They will be factorized further. What is 9? 3 into 3. What is 9? Again 3 into 3. What is 22? 2 into 11 and 101 as it is. So my factors are 2 into 3 raised to 4 into 11 into 101. So the number looked very big, but in few seconds we factorized it into these prime numbers. Now I'm going to use a different divisibility criteria for this same number. I've copied the same number here. Here we tried with 9. But when I look at this number, see, we have learned different divisibility criteria. So I thought let's try 11 also, whether if it is divisible by 11. Do you remember our criteria of 11? Take alternate numbers and take their sum and then take the difference. 2 plus 9 is 11. 11 plus 7 is 18. Remaining alternate numbers are 8 plus 9, 17. 17 plus 1 is 18. So what do we have? We have two sets and both of them have the sum 18. So the difference is 0. That means this number is divisible by 11. If you have forgotten divisibility test of 11, please watch my earlier videos wherein I have covered different divisibility tests. Now when I divide this by 11 orally, I am going to get this number. You can try it by yourself. When I divide it by 11, I get 16,362. Now when I take sum of these numbers, 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 3, 11, 11 plus 6, 17, 17 plus 1, 18. So this is divisible by 9. So I am going to copy 11 here, divide this by 9. I get 9 into 1818. When I look at this number, this is definitely divisible by 18. 18 ones are, then 0 and then 18 ones are. So I am going to copy this and this I am going to factorize it like this, 18 into 101. Now this is prime, but 9 is factorized as 3 into 3. This is prime, but 18 is factorized as 2 into 3 into 3. So my factors are ready. This and this. Factors won't change. The only change is we applied different divisibility tests. You can apply whatever divisibility tests you want, but the thing is your last line should be same. Your factors should be same. So what did we learn today? We covered divisibility test of 20, 25, 50. Now if you get big numbers like 36,000, 9,500, what you will do? See, last 3 digits are 3 zeros, that means it is divisible by 1000. So you can directly start 36 into 1000 and then you can further factorize it. 9,500 is 95 into 100 and then you can further factorize it. It's very easy when you get zeros at the end. Now in next video what we are going to do is I'm going to show you some tricks with some special factors with which you on your own will find some divisibility test. It's going to be very exciting. Next video, factorization part 3. So don't miss it. But before watching factorization part 3, again practice dividing orally and then factorizing small numbers and big numbers. Be ready with your tables. See, today also you must have realized that if you had your tables memorized, your speed would have increased double fold. So please start by hearting tables and please practice dividing orally. But again and again, same thing I'm telling, being a teacher or you can say being a mother, we have that habit of repeating instructions. So if you are not able to do the things in your mind and then copy the answer here, please do it in your rough work till to the point you are comfortable doing it in your mind, doing it orally. Till then use pen and paper, and when you feel confident that yes, now without pen and paper I can do my division, till that point you have to practice. Is it clear? Okay, so that brings us to end of today's session, factorization part 2. Let's meet in my next video, factorization part 3. Till then, take good care of your health. If you haven't subscribed yet to my channel Maths and Minutes with Priya, please do so. Give your comments, likes, suggestion, everything is welcome. So see you then. Bye for today.